Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Ox Talks. Appreciate you watching the show today, and I really appreciate you guys supporting this channel. So today was the big release of the CPI report, and it was released this morning. And sure enough, according to at least the way CNBC spun it, that it came in on balance probably softer than was expected, and this sent the markets on a tear. The Dow Jones finished up 703 points today. That's 1.65%. The S&P 500 finished up 107, or 1.83%, and the Nasdaq finished up 466 points, 2.45%. Everything was crazy up today. Gold put on, I think, about $19 an ounce gain. That was up to just shy of $2,700 an ounce. Silver, big day today. I saw 70 cents, I believe, on the close. The 10-year bond yield came down pretty aggressively. At one point, I saw down 11 basis points. I don't know where it finished up, but right now, as of recording, it's at 4.655. Remember, we were marching pretty close to 4.8 just a few days ago. The dollar index is still over 109 on the dollar index, but it did pull back a little bit today. Cryptocurrencies, guys, if you're in cryptos, Bitcoin hit $100,000 again today. I think it's pulled back just a bit. XRP, I think XRP is up like 15 or 18% in the last 24 hours. Won't go down that road today, but take a look at that massive move right now. Last I saw it at about $3.18. It was sitting at like $2.80 yesterday afternoon when I recorded the video. So what do we have today? We have consumer prices released today. And let me cover the Zero Hedge article. It says, after rising for 5 straight months, analysts expected headline consumer prices to continue accelerating in December at plus 0.4% month over month expected. And it did exactly that, the highest month over month print since March, leading the year over year CPI to rise 2.9%. That's the highest since July. So that's the Zero Hedge opening paragraph. If you compare the CNBC release, that article, it says core inflation rate slows to 3.2% in December, less than expected. So again, it depends on what news source you're getting your data from. I like to look at both, compare, two different or more than that news sources, and then make your own determination. Try to read between the lines and see. Obviously, CNBC is going to be a market pumper approach, right? That's their job, is to spin it in a certain way so the stock markets keep marching higher. Whereas looking at a Zero Hedge, that's more of a glass is half empty approach, and they give it a little different angle, right? CPI details says food index increased 0.3% in December after rising 0.4% in November. Food at home index also rose 0.3% over the month. 4 of the 6 major grocery store food group indexes increased in December, okay? The index for cereals and bakery products rose 1.2% after falling 1.1% in December. Meats, poultry, fish, and eggs index increased 0.6% in December as the eggs index rose 3.2%. My wife told me that she went to Aldi yesterday and 1 dozen eggs at Aldi was $8. Now, I know there are other factors influencing the price of eggs. She said she went to Costco, and Costco basically is completely sold out of eggs at our local Costco. So again, leave your thoughts and your comments below. I know there's other factors influencing the egg prices and the shortage of eggs right now. But in any event, it's massive increases for staple items that all of us buy on a regular basis. The index for other food at home rose 0.3% over the month, and the index for dairy and related products increased 0.2%. Energy index increased 2.6% in December after rising 0.2 in November. That's massive. Huge increase in the energy index. Gasoline index increased 4.4% over the month. Before seasonal adjustment, gasoline prices decreased 1.1% in December. Okay? So all items less food and energy. The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.2% in December after rising 0.3% in each of the 4 preceding months. So look, guys, the stock market gleaned a softer CPI report, and that's why the rates, that's why stocks skyrocketed today from my perspective as a layperson. Because what the markets, are hoping or trying to read between the lines that this might keep the Federal Reserve, right, on its rate cutting path. Okay, had inflation come in higher than expected, or even in line with expectations, which was for an uptick, the markets would have taken that negative in terms of Fed future plans and rate cuts. We'll see. I think the consensus still, again, give me your comments below. I believe the consensus is still for the Fed to remain on hold at their January meeting. We'll see how this plays out. Shelter index increased 0.3% in December. Medical care index increased 0.1%. Which was down a little bit. That's good. Airline fares. Listen to this. Airline fares rose 3.9% in December after rising 0.4% in the previous month. 3.9% airline fares. Think about that. Just happens to be at a time where people are traveling, right? For Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for the holidays to see family. And airline fares rise 3.9%. After only rising 0.4% in November, right? That's insane. Index for used cars and trucks rose 1.2% over the month, and the index for new vehicles increased 0.5%. Okay, so that's basically a synopsis, guys, of what the report said. Now, CNBC again gave a little bit softer tone. It says, prices that consumers pay for a variety of goods and services, it said, rose again in December, but closed out 2024 with some mildly better news on inflation, particularly on housing. It says the consumer price index increased seasonally adjusted 0.4% in the month, putting the 12-month inflation rate at 2.9%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics on Wednesday. Economists surveyed by Dow Jones have been looking for a respective reading of 0.3 and 2.9. Again, the market read that to be in line, and it was off to the races. So I guess it's back to buy all the things until it isn't. Okay, so once again, do not get off guard. Do not get irresponsible with buying into the hype in whatever asset class it might be, right? If you look at, the stock market, you look at gold and silver, look at cryptocurrencies, it's all going up. But we all know below the surface, things are not good. The job market in this country is on life support despite what the mainstream media promulgates and puts out there. So I don't want to go too long today. That was the big news that I saw. And I'll leave it for you guys to dissect and obviously give me your thoughts. What do you think is happening? Are you guys seeing any reprieve in your food costs, in your housing costs, in your insurance costs, energy costs, utilities, all those kinds of things that would warrant the stock market having this kind of a day today? Very interesting. So again, thank you guys for watching. I'll leave there today. Talk to you all soon. Bye.